hundreds of you sent me a message about Jo Koy bombing in the 2024 Golden Globes Awards, and you wanted to hear my take on it. Was he offensive? Did he use an age-old trick of comedians of making fun of people? Is it time to change and stop doing that? Is he the worst of the Filipinos? Should he never ever get another opportunity again? I wasn't really planning on reacting to it, but I do value and appreciate you asking for my opinion, so here it is. Jo Koy is a half Filipino, half American stand-up comic, and he served as the MC for the 2024 Golden Globes. And many people think that he absolutely failed, that he was the worst MC of all time, and I hear several reasons. One, that he used a cheap comic trick of making fun of people. And a lot of you said that this should stop. We should stop making people laugh at the expense of other people. Second, when he bombed, he actually, specifically on his Barbie joke, he started biting back at the crowd. And he also blamed his writers. And fourth, he also made fun of Taylor Swift. Okay, first, I think it was absolutely tasteless that he blamed his writers. If you don't like the jokes that were given to you, then you should write it yourself. That's part of being a stand-up comic. I also think that he cracked under pressure. So when his Barbie joke bombed, he started biting back at the crowd, which is normal in a stand-up comic skit. You banter with the crowd, but this didn't feel like he was bantering with the crowd. He was definitely pissed. And so he didn't handle that well. So those two things, yes, I think those were tasteless. Now for the Barbie joke, this is what he said.
Bad breath, cellulite, and flat feet. Or what casting directors call character acting.
Now, what he said is actually part of the narrative of the movie. He, about this girl transforming into this plastic perfect whatever. But I don't think that was specifically what offended them. I think it was when he made fun of Margot, saying that implying that she had things done on her body. It wasn't even an edgy joke for me. That's just my personal view. It's not an edgy joke. It's just, if somebody tells me, oh, you got things done, probably going to be very flattered because I never didn't get things done. So this one is not even edgy. So I really do not see why that would be offensive. Now, when he joked, he did joked about Taylor Swift. Specifically, what he said is that the big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL, at the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift. I also don't think that's edgy. It's not even edgy, let alone offensive. She personally addressed that in her Time magazine interview. She said that she's not aware of where the camera is, so she doesn't know when she's on the camera or whatever, whenever she goes to the games to support her boyfriend. So I don't think that there's anything controversial about it. I don't think there's the very reason a lot of these award shows hire comedian is so that they can make fun of each other. That's part of the reason they hire comedians that are specifically good at roasting people. So there have been some videos of Taylor Swift, supposedly her pointing the camera at Jo Koy and then saying piece of shit or something like that. And then Emma Stone apparently also called Jo Koy in an interview an asshole. If Stone and Swift were referring to Jo Koy blaming his writers and biting back at the crowd rudely, then I would agree that to a certain extent, and I understand why they would call him those names. But I don't think that the entire bit was a failure. That's just an exaggeration. There were some funny parts there. So as far as I know, these things, making fun of each other, is all part of it. As I've said, that's part of the reason they continue hiring comedians, stand-up comics for this. What's interesting though is just 3 years prior, in 2020 Golden Globes, Ricky Gervais actually hosted the Oscar. His an English stand-up comic, and he absolutely whacked everybody. He just dragged everybody to hell and back several times. He called them pedophiles, perverts, hypocrites, etc. Some of them he said directly, some of them he strongly implied. And this is definitely not the first time he did it, because that was the 5th time he actually hosted the Golden Globes. So he would actually go stronger and stronger each time that he would host. And the 5th one was absolute worst. He was just whacking everybody. And I feel like Hollywood's sensitivity towards being made fun of, to a certain extent, this is just speculation, this is just my opinion, I feel like that came from that, because they couldn't do anything about what he was saying. They were totally caught off guard. And the worst part is that everything that he said was true. So he really forced everybody to get all of their dirty laundry out. And they were fresh off the Me Too movement, and Jeffrey Epstein just died. So he called everyone who were friends with those people. And the other interesting thing is that Jim Gaffigan, in the same night, 2024 Golden Globes, also roasted Golden Globes. He said, and I quote, I can't believe I'm in the entertainment industry. I'm from a small town in Indiana, and I'm not a pedophile. That's a pretty direct way of calling people pedophile. But I do not hear them criticizing him for being rude. But Jo Koy's joke on Taylor Swift was rude, was too much. That being said, I know that a lot of you are saying I should disown him or whatever, but I don't think it's for me to disown. His race is his birthright. So, it's just, what would that do? The other thing is that I will never wish him, or anybody for that matter, to never get hired again for a job. I will never do that to anybody, unless you're a pedophile or a serial criminal or a serial rapist. Other than that, I will never wish that on anybody. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm a recipient of forgiveness and second and third and fourth and fifth chances, most of which I don't deserve. And if I would take those forgiveness and chances, I'll be a hypocrite not to give it to anybody. Other people always have more right to receive it than I have to give it. So no, I'm not going to wish that on him. If there's anything, I wish him well. A man's character is always measured not just by the victories that he wins, but by the number of times he gets up whenever he falls. So I hope that he comes out of this a better man, a better comedian, and a better entertainment. I hope that he makes it with or without the help of Hollywood, and that eventually he can give opportunities to other people who will not find an opportunity in Hollywood. Everything that I said does not represent the opinions of other Filipinos. This is just mine and mine alone. But that's my take. Okay, so if you ended up liking that, if you feel that's helpful, if you have anything to add, please leave them in the comment section below. You can say whatever it is that you want to say, just please be respectful. Please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so that you know when there's a new video getting published, and share the video if you like. Thank you.